Sponsors.
Peace be unto you, my sisters and brothers of America, of the world. You are watching Think About It with Joshua Salaam, where I reflect on things from the Quran, things from the month of Ramadan, and things from life in general that I think would be good for you and good for our community. So I got a nice show lined up for you today. I know I always say that, but I really feel that today. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with Think About It. Assalamu alaikum. You're back. And thanks to our sponsors, pennyappeal.usa or pennyappealusa.org, we are here with you, bringing you some what I hope to be cool and exciting stuff. I really do appreciate any feedback that you have. You can put it in the chat that's going on, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube or something like that. You can email it in to info@deen.tv. I want to hear from you. And even if you want to do something like cool, like record your own intro. Like if you want to use your phone or something like that and record, hey, you're watching Think About It with Joshua Salaam, and just email that in to us. It shouldn't be any more than 10 seconds, 15 seconds. We'll use it. We'll put it on the show and give you a shout out and things like that. So yeah, let's start engaging more, inshallah. But today, this day, we're going to talk about Hajj. Hajj, Hujjaj, the opportunity that Allah has given us to go and follow the rituals of Hagar, may peace be with her.
Deen TV. Sponsors.
Peace be unto you, my sisters and brothers of America, of the world. You are watching Think About It with Joshua Salaam, where I reflect on things from the Quran, things from the month of Ramadan, and things from life in general that I think would be good for you and good for our community. So I got a nice show lined up for you today. I know I always say that, but I really feel that today. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with Think About It. Assalamu alaikum. You're back. And thanks to our sponsors, pennyappeal.usa or pennyappealusa.org, we are here with you, bringing you some what I hope to be cool and exciting stuff. I really do appreciate any feedback that you have. You can put it in the chat that's going on. Email it in to info@deen.tv. I want to hear from you. And even if you want to do something like cool, like record your own intro. Like if you want to use your phone or something like that and record, hey, you're watching Think About It with Joshua Salaam, and just email that in to us. It shouldn't be any more than 10 seconds, 15 seconds. We'll use them and we get to go. And if you can afford it. Now, Hajj is getting pretty expensive nowadays. Every year it's getting up there. I've seen prices now, the smallest price I see might be like $6,000, $7,000. And I've seen upwards of like $10,000, $11,000 for one person. That's one person. So now if you are trying to make it to Hajj, it's something that you got to be saving up for, like college. In addition, when you have a child and you start that college fund, now you got to start a Hajj fund. And for some communities, Hajj was such, when I say communities like in the world, Hajj was such a difficulty. It was so hard to raise the resources and the money to send somebody to Hajj that if they went, they had the title of Haji. You know, like my name wouldn't be Joshua Salaam anymore. It would be like Hajj Joshua Salaam. Like this is guy, he actually made Hajj. That's how special it was. That's how important it was. And even Malcolm X, you know, had that in front of his name, Hajj Malik al-Shabazz. So we want you to start saving up to go to Hajj. And I have a few Hajj stories for you, right? And before I tell you about my Hajj stories, I wanna just share with you how I think Allah really wants us to get into heaven. And I think I've said this before on another show, but Islam is designed, this way of life is designed for us to return to Allah in a peaceful state and in a pleased state. Like we will be pleased with God and God will be pleased with us. That's how it's designed. And let me tell you about a few things why that is. So Allah is, as we said on the previous show, He is all forgiving. He is most merciful, and He loves to forgive, and He forgives over and over and over again. And He uses these words in the Quran to let you know that He's there. All you have to do is turn to Him and ask sincerely. You have to sincerely ask, like you really got to be trying. You can't be like trying to find a loophole in the system. Like, oh, I'm going to go out and do these bad deeds and then I'll just ask Allah for forgiveness, right? And believe it or not, there are some gangs in America. I know because I studied this when I was doing criminal justice and working as a youth director. There's gangs in America who do a prayer before they go out and commit crimes. And one of the prayers that they make is that they're like asking God to forgive them for what they're about to do. So that would definitely be an example of, you know, not the way that you want to ask for forgiveness from Allah. You don't want to say, oh God, I'm about to hurt this boy. You know, please forgive me for what I'm about to do. No, that wouldn't be a sincere request for forgiveness. A sincere request kind of implies that, you know, I don't like this behavior that I'm doing. I know that you don't like this behavior that I'm doing, God, and I'm making a commitment to change my ways. And I'm asking you for forgiveness for the things that I've done, or forgiveness for my weakness, you know. But it's kind of got to be like, you know, you're really trying to ask for forgiveness. So it's designed for that. God wants to forgive us so that we can enter paradise with like no sins. And we have no sins because we were constantly asking for forgiveness to one who constantly is forgiving. That is a good match. A righteous servant is one who is constantly thinking of God and constantly asking for forgiveness. There's some narrations that say the prophet, even the prophet of Allah, Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings of Allah be on him, used to ask for forgiveness over 70 times a day. And this is the prophet of Allah, you know. So what about us? You're a servant who's just constantly asking for forgiveness to one who is constantly forgiving, okay? That is a good match. So we have our salah, we have our prayer. And I'm taught that between the prayers, God forgives what's in between, right? So if you wake up in the morning and you make fajr, right? And whatever happened between fajr and isha is forgiven. If you make fajr with that type of sincerity towards Allah, that you're waking up, you're standing before Him, you've washed yourself, saying like, I'm coming to you, like you've asked me to come to you, and I'm coming to you to thank you. I'm coming to you to ask for forgiveness. I'm coming for you to just praise you. That's why I'm here. Like when you're in that demeanor of prayer, Allah forgives what came before, and then you have dhuhr. He forgives in between. Then you have Asr, and He forgives in between. Then you have Maghrib, and forgives, and Isha, right? All this forgiveness in between. Then, so keep up your prayers, everybody. Don't miss a prayer. Do your best to make all your prayers, and with that mindset that I've made my appointment, let me ask Allah for forgiveness for whatever I've done between this prayer and the last prayer, right? With the intention that you're trying to change your ways. Then you have Jum'ah, right? So that's a daily thing, the prayer. Then you have Salatul Jum'ah, where you get to try to take off from work, arrange your schedule so that you can go to the masjid for like, you know, I know most communities try to do it within 30 minutes. Some communities try to do it within an hour. But whatever it is, try your best to arrange your schedule, because between that Jum'ah and the last Jum'ah, if you do everything like you're supposed to, you get in there on time, and even if you're late sometimes, if you had the intention, if your desire is to get there on time, you know, Allah knows what your intentions are. Allah knows what you're trying to do, right? So everybody don't be like judgmental of people who come late, right? You don't know their situation of why they came late to Jummah. Maybe they were stuck in traffic. Maybe they had something at work that their boss wouldn't let them out of, and they needed to take care of that so that they could take care of their family. And they still, but on their mind was like, I gotta get to Jummah, I gotta get to Jummah, right? Allah knows all those details. I don't. The judgmental brother in the masjid that sees people walking in late to catch the last 2 rak'ah of the prayers, astaghfirullah, they don't even, you need to get in here, and the angel is taking notes, and if you didn't get in here on time, you're not recorded for the Jummah. Yeah, I believe that is coupled with the knowledge that what I've said before, Allah is all-knowing, Allah is all-merciful, and if He knew that you were trying to get there on time, and that was your intention, I think you'll be counted amongst those who were there. So you get in there, you're trying to do your best, and between that Jummah and the previous Jummah, Allah forgives, right? So now we went from a daily, now we went to weekly. Now, Ramadan, you have Ramadan, that the month that we're in right now. This is the month of so many things. It's the month of revelation. It's the month of forgiveness. It's the month of remembrance. It's all of those things, right? And if you're fasting, or even if you intend to fast, or you would like to fast, and you can't, some of our community, they have medical issues that require them to take medicine. They have other things going on that might prevent them from fasting. But Allah knows all of that. Allah knows your situation. Okay, but if you are of one who is like trying to fulfill this month and the obligations of this month, and not only fasting from food, but you're trying to fast from other things that you think are bad, and you want to leave it, or even some of you might want to fast from something that's good, and you just want to say, that's I want to avoid that this month. You can fast from things that are bad, you can fast from things that are good. It's all to establish that you have the discipline, that you have the self-restraint that is necessary to leave a righteous life outside of Ramadan, right? So we're fasting, we're doing our best this month of Ramadan. Between this Ramadan and the last Ramadan, Allah forgives. All right? Now, so what have we said? There's a daily thing, forgiveness is there. There's the weekly thing with Jummah. There's the annual thing with Ramadan. Now, today, the topic is Hajj, right? If you were able to save up, or like in my case, I was blessed with the opportunity twice where I got a call from an organization that was like, hey, we're taking people to Hajj that are from your situation. You've done this and you've done that. Would you like to go to Hajj with us? It didn't cost me anything. It didn't cost me anything. I didn't have to pay anything, and I had the opportunity to make Hajj twice, 1999 and 2001. Haven't been since, but I was blessed to go. So you never know, like, how you might get to Hajj. You just might land there one day. I don't know. But for those who make it, Allah forgives, and inshallah, when you make that Hajj with the intention of seeking Allah's forgiveness, everything that you've done in your life gets forgiven. That's right. Now, I'm not making this up, right? You can ask around, and if you find another opinion, please email me, put it in the chat, push back. I have no problem with that. In fact, that would make me really happy if you guys start like, what are you talking about, Brother Joshua? Allah's not that forgiving, right? I want to hear it. But all of it. Now, with all of that, with the prayers, with the Jummah, with the Ramadan and the Hajj, Allah's just forgiving. Doesn't that like let you know that He wants you to come into Jannah? He wants you to make it to the heaven, and to be able to see Allah, to be able to hear Allah's voice, to be able to visit the Anbiya, the prophets, to be able to visit all the righteous people who've made it in life, to get everlasting life. You don't die after that. There's no death after that. There's no stress after that. There's only bliss. There's only happiness. And every day it gets better and better. That's what He wants for you. Now, on top of all of that, and I feel like one of those TV announcers, but wait, there's more. Not just for the 1995, but wait, there's more. There is more on top of all that I've just said. The prayers, the Jummah, the Ramadan, the Hajj, all opportunities for Allah to forgive what's in between. On top of all of that, anytime you raise your hands and you turn to Allah and you ask Him for forgiveness, I don't care if it's 2 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, on the train, as you drive in a car, when you take a break from reading a book, Anytime you turn to Allah with that sincere heart that we've been talking about, that you are working on this month of Ramadan, that sincere heart, that heart that nobody can see except Allah. Nobody sees it except God. They know you. Other people may be complaining about you about the way you dress, what you're wearing, what you're not wearing, how you talk, how you're not talking, what kind of music you listen to. What, you're not reading enough Quran, you're not doing enough of that. Other people are doing this, but Allah knows what's in your heart. So I'm talking about that relationship. I'm not talking about all the chatter that you've heard from the judgmental people in the world. And all of us are judgmental people. I mean, I know I am, and I know I've experienced other people that look somebody up and down, and you judge their level of Islam. You judge their level of sincerity. You judge, well, if they were a real Muslim, they would be doing this. Or if they really cared about that, they would be doing this. That's things that I have in my head. But I have to work hard to push that out, because I know that only Allah knows who's the best amongst us. And the best amongst us are the ones who are thinking about Allah often, okay? That's the best amongst us. And you don't know what I'm thinking, and you don't know what I'm feeling, right? And the people who turn to Allah at any time with the intention of, Ya Allah, I need your forgiveness. And normally this happens, this normally doesn't happen in front of people so that people can witness and be like, oh, Ya Allah, I need, you're not trying to impress somebody. No, you're doing this like in private. You're doing this, as sincere, because you're going to ask for forgiveness for stuff you don't want other people knowing about, right? You're asking Allah for forgiveness. Those are the things that Allah loves, and He loves to forgive you. And He says that He can forgive everything, and it's nothing to Him. It's nothing to Him for somebody who's been living their whole life wrong, dealt in so much sin, unspeakable sin. You don't even want to talk about it. If it got out in public, you would be so embarrassed. The worst sin. Allah can forgive all of it just for you giving $1 at the masjid when you didn't intend to. Just for you petting an animal, or being kind to a bird, or giving some water to someone, taking a glass of water to your mother. Allah can forgive all of that just for those things. And we have those stories in our tradition, that Allah sometimes just forgives people for everything because they gave some water to somebody, right? So this is what we're talking about today. Yes, the topic is Hajj, but it's also forgiveness. And I want you guys to tune in. I have a wonderful guest who's going to be talking about Hajj, and I hope that you guys can make it on that wonderful trip to ask Allah for forgiveness. I want to thank Penny Appeal for bringing this all to you. I'm your host, Joshua Salaam, with Think About It. Don't go anywhere.
So as you see here, there's a well being built. The locals used to walk miles to get clean, safe water, but now it's getting built right in front of the doorstep, which I think is a great thing. And you can see the women out here, the men out here, they're very happy to have this here. Please donate generously to this fantastic thirst relief project by Penny Appeal. Donate online.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody. This is Joshua Salaam. I'm the host of Think About It, and our sponsors are pennyappealusa.org. So give it little pennies, one penny, a lot of pennies, doesn't matter, but do something to help the needy in the world. And as I told you, we have a guest here today, a friend of mine, been friend, I don't know, for about 10 years or so. His name is Sajjad Ahmad. Welcome to the studio.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody.
Alaikum salam. That's a kung fu grip, man. That's a corporate handshake right there.
I'm shaking Joshua Salaam's hand here.
No,
So.
I ain't got it like that, brother. I ain't got it like that. Used to. Now you shake Abdul Malik's hand, those biceps bulging out.
Abdul Malik, I just dab.
Oh, you just dab.
For that reason alone.
Dangerous man. Hey man, you're an interesting individual, and because you work in corporate America.
I do.
Right. You can tell people what you do if you want to, but your full-time thing is not Hajj. It's not Hajj coordination. It's not, taking people to Hajj. You started doing this like on the side for some reason, and you've been consistently doing it for many years?
Yeah, so I started doing it. So we've been doing it for 14 years. We started doing it because the first Hajj that my wife and I went to, like many horror stories that you might hear, we got on a plane in the U.S., signing up for this glorified VIP package. We land in Jeddah Airport, and after that, nothing. Like, nobody came to receive us, nobody came to take us to our hotel, nobody came to take us to Mina. The imam wasn't there, whichever imam was supposed to be with the group.
Really?
So it was.
Well, what happened? Walk us through that. So you land, nobody's there, your cell phones don't work, or maybe they do.
There was no cell phones, honestly. I mean, back then you didn't travel international with cell phones.
Right.
We were still, hey, where's the payphone?
Right.
And not having Saudi currency doesn't help.
So what'd you do?
We figured it out. So to give you an idea of how that trip went, Jeddah to Makkah Haram is, if we're in Northern Virginia, is Dulles Airport to Reagan. It's about 45-minute drive.
Okay.
It took us about 36 hours.
36. You could have walked it.
We could have. I could have rolled it. So that was the first, start of it. Alhamdulillah, we had one person in the group, a close friend of mine, who had done Hajj the year prior, so he kind of knew where to go. But even then, it took us 36 hours. And we arrived at our hotel, which was supposed to be the Hilton at the time, and we went.
Ended up being a Motel 6.
Yeah, we went to the desk, and the travel agency we purchased from just looked at us and said, "No, we moved you." And we're like, "What do you mean you moved us?" And Motel 6 would have been an upgrade at that point.
Really?
I grew up in Pakistan, so I've seen a lot of things that I'm comfortable with. When I went and sat on my bed, and this rat that looked like a it was like a it looked like
rat in the room.
It was just walking across the room, and I was like, yeah, I can't sleep here because this thing looks like it can eat me.
The rat was complaining like, I got single occupancy.
Exactly.
What y'all doing up in here?
Yeah, no, exactly. That was it, right? Hey, this was my package. What are you doing here? So, alhamdulillah, I mean, we had a tremendous experience. We enjoyed every bit of Hajj. There was a group of us, 7 of us, that kind of formed our own group.
But wait a minute, I thought you had to go to Hajj with a group all the time.
You do.
Okay.
So unlike Umrah, Hajj is always through a group, because the way the Saudi Hajj ministry works is they only allocate visas to a group. So yes, we traveled with a group, but these sort of horror stories existed, and I'm one who just says, you know what? People only give a review sometimes when they have a bad experience. So if I'm hearing 10 bad stories, 3 million people do Hajj every year, so there's 2.9 some million that are not bad stories. But I became a statistic at that point. So I came back to the U.S. from Hajj, and Imam Majid, who had met up with us, he was in another group, approached me and said, this happens every year. I can put you in touch with a travel agent.
Imam Majid's like, this is common.
Yeah, he said this is common, but I can put you in touch with a travel agency. They can use somebody who's comfortable standing in front of a room, giving instruction, giving guidance, and who's a person on the ground. And I thought about it, went home, talked to my wife, and it came down to I get to go to Hajj every year. So, it was an easy sell. So that's how it started.
14 years ago.
Alhamdulillah, 14 years ago.
And you've been on Hajj every year?
Minus 2 years.
Minus 2 years,
So I skipped the year, the smart decision the year my kids were born.
So the lesson in this, ladies and gentlemen, is when you make a sincere intention to do something good, and in Sajjad's case, it seems like he made a sincere intention. It's like, this was not the Hajj experience that I had hoped for, and I'm going to try to do something so that I can make it better for others. And then Allah blessed him to go to Hajj 12 years straight.
12 years straight.
Or 12 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, it's been a heck of a run. And inshallah, I pray it continues. And I pray you and others, get to join me again and again.
Everybody say Ameen.
Ameen.
So give me some tangible examples of things that you feel like you have changed or tried to improve for the Hajj experience with your organization. It's called the Fifth Pillar?
It's called the Fifth Pillar.
And they can look that up where?
You can find us on www.thefifthpillar.com.
Okay.
Hajj being the fifth pillar of Islam. I thought that was an easy enough name.
Right.
So some of the things we've changed, some of the things I'm very proud of. We're a very small group. You know, some years we take about 30 to 50 people. Some years, you know, we will take 100 to 150. But there are agencies in the U.S. that take thousands. But the feedback that our groups were getting, because we were partnered with Imam Majid, and Imam Majid's focus was always spirituality.
And for those who don't know, sorry to interrupt. For those who don't know, and then your camera, when you speak to the world, you like
I see.
that one. Yeah, there they are. Oh, there they are. Imam Majid is the executive imam of the All Dulles Area Muslim Society in Northern Virginia. He also used to be the president of ISNA, the Islamic Society of North America, and he's considered one of the powerhouse scholars in America, and he comes from Sudan. So he's in our area. He's very well known as a strong spiritual leader.
Yeah. So through Imam Majid developed a curriculum for Hajj, and as we continued to follow that curriculum, we had a very good dynamic. So we had logistics leaders who would make sure that everybody was safe, everybody was protected, everybody was provided what they were guaranteed, and then we had a spiritual aspect of it. You know, why are you doing tawaf? Why are you doing sa'i? Well, Medina is not part of Hajj, so why go to Medina? You know, why leave your 5-star hotel and go stay in a tent, which is not 5-star? So the change that we have made is agencies in the U.S. that are taking 500 to 3,000 people have taken those tidbits, and now they've implemented spiritual programs, and they've implemented logistics guides, and they've made sure that, you know, this small company that was shaking up the industry per se, and we're not even a travel agency, we just operate as Hajj organizers. We were shaking up the industry to the point that other agencies have taken on that approach. So alhamdulillah, I can say coming out of the U.S., a large majority of Hujjaj that are not going unprepared anymore. You know.
Now, what you say 30 to 50. So I want you to answer two things. One, is it a goal of the fifth pillar to grow, to keep that same experience, but become an organization that's taking 500 to 2,000 people, or are you trying to stay small? And two, how are you shaking up the industry as just a group of like 50 to 150 people? What were you doing that was shaking things up? Those two questions.
So the goal is to take it to whatever levels it can sustain. So we have, because of my day job that you talked about as a consultant, we do a lot of scalability metrics. So we have that. If we take X number of people, we have X number of imams, X number of logistics leaders, and we focus on taking them from the U.S. because they can relate better to customers coming from the U.S. We have an entire team on the ground, but because we're not a travel agency, when I say we take 50, like this year, we're close to 90 people, but we are part of a group of 450 that my team will manage because we have to contract with a travel agency. So while I'm taking 90 people, 450 will receive the guidance from myself and my team on the logistics side. We'll make sure that 450 people will have their hotels, their buses, their food. But at the same time, Imam Majid and other scholars that are traveling with us will do routine sessions. They do sessions in the U.S. And then while traveling, we generally do 2 sessions with the imams. But our model is that the imam is available and visible throughout the day.
So those 450 that you're talking about, they're kind of following this model that we're talking about. So they have a spiritual guide, they have logistical people, and they're taking care of everything.
Yeah. So how we're changing the industry, every year I look at different travel agencies that are doing packages, and I try to identify the package which is offering top-notch service but at rock bottom price, which is a tough find because
that's a nice line.
Yeah.
What was that again?
Top notch, rock bottom price.
Okay, all right.
And it's a tough find because at the end of the day, Hajj is a business. Travel agency is a business, and companies are out there to make to make money. So I've had the opportunity of working with 6 or 7 different travel agencies, and they saw the drive that if the fifth pillar bought 50 passengers and there was 400 from the parent company, those 400 would complain, hey, how come we didn't get all of this preparation before we came? So the next year, that travel agency, developed a model to say, okay, let's do some of the services that those customers like, because otherwise we're going to lose them to the fifth pillar.
And that's some of the disruption that you were talking about.
That's some of the disruption that I think we've caused. We've had a tremendous run at this, and last year our feedback, our score was, I think, somewhere around 94% when we surveyed the Hajj. And alhamdulillah, every year that we come back, we do a feedback survey with the customers, and we've averaged 94 to 98% every year. And don't confuse it, people. Hajj has challenges. We've had challenges. There was a year between Mecca and Medina in the middle of the desert with nothing 50 miles of each direction. 4 of my 5 buses broke down. What are the odds? 4 out of 5, 80% of my buses broke down, and I would say it was about 120 degrees.
Wow.
So we've had those times, but then when people come back, their experience is still, their Hajj experience is still so valued that our ratings stay where they are.
Well, let's stay there for a minute. So, because this is important, you don't want to put out false expectations, right? So you said, people, let me tell you, Hajj is still a challenge. What are some of the things that you would tell somebody as a veteran? You're a veteran, Haji, that you've been so many times and you've served so many people. What would you say are a couple of things, 1 or 2 things that has been a challenge of Hajj, you think is always going to be a challenge of Hajj, and people just need to prepare themselves for before they get on that plane?
I think the first and foremost is the crowd. Especially those coming from the U.S. We're used to our personal space, and there's
personal space.
Yeah, personal space. None of it. People don't understand that there's 3 to 6 million people, and it ranges year after year, that are, migrating to an already existing populous city. And that city is developed for its residents, and you drop in 3 to 6 million people, it's going to be tight. So the first and foremost is just that. The second challenge is people equate it to vacation, and while it is a vacation, preparing for it spiritually, preparing for it mentally, physically. I had a meeting with my group, I think 2.5 weeks ago, and I put them on a workout plan. It doesn't matter what your age is. By the time we leave for Hajj, which is August 14th, inshallah, you need to be able to walk 2 to 3 miles daily. There was a year that somebody gave me a Fitbit, so I tracked my mileage. I was about 24 miles a day of walking.
Wait a minute. First you said you got to be ready to walk 2 or 3 miles, and then you said you walked 24 miles a day?
In a day, yes. So
what's the 2 or 3 miles going to help?
It's 2 or 3 miles at a time. It's really, because what happens is, every time you walk into the haram, the magnificent Kaaba is there. You do your salah. It's not like when you come for Dhuhr at Adam Center, I did my 4 rak'ah, I did my sunnah, I'm leaving. No, you're probably going to say, you know what, I see the Kaaba. When will I see it again? You're gonna, you're gonna do the tawaf again. So every time. So that's why I say 2 to 3 at a given time, and I recommend to people, do it in the heat if you're going, for the next 10 years, because it's burning hot there.
Wow.
So those expectations.
You'll know if you're going with the 5th pillar when you see people out walking down any city in America with a heat lamp next to them, grilling it with
those
a
are my
Fitbit.
people.
Those are clients of the 5thpillar.com. I mean, is it the 5thpillar.com?
5thpillar.com, yes.
Hey, so check them out, the 5thpillar.com. Visit them. It maybe Allah will bless you to go to Hajj this year. We make dua for it, and we're going to come back with Sajjad Ahmad with the light part of the show. This is Joshua Salaam. I'm the host of Think About It, and don't go anywhere.
All right.
The cycle of poverty is vicious. It traps families for generations, making it impossible to break free. We started Penny Appeal USA to break that cycle, to ensure that families are able to live their lives without the burden of the past weighing them down and preventing them from a brighter future. We have a multi-pronged approach. Solve the problems families are facing today while working on long-term sustainable solutions for their future. This Ramadan, join our mission to end cyclical poverty. Visit pennyappealusa.org/Ramadan and donate today. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody. This is Joshua Salaam with Think About It and our host, pennyappealusa.org. And the reason that I have this t-shirt, this is just a shirt, right? It's not a t-shirt.
It's a shirt.
It's a shirt. The reason why I have this shirt is because this is the prize for Mr. Sajjad Ahmad when he loses today against the host, Joshua Salaam. As you guys know, I always win. I always try to win. Hasn't happened. I think it's only happened twice or something. But anyway, so this is for you, man.
This is for me.
You just got to earn it. Here we go. All right, I go first as usual because it says, with Joshua Salaam.
Yeah, with Joshua Salaam.
I'm trying to increase my odds. All right, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Door.
Knob.
Okay, good guess, but no, I think I can get you next time. Your turn.
Okay. Islam.
Deen. No? Okay. So my first clue to you was door. And you said knob. So the next clue is lock.
Key.
Yes. Ding, ding. Give me some of those ding, ding noises. Balloons, as Naeem says.
So you get to win because I'm good at this?
Yeah.
Is this how it works?
I'm good at this.
Just making sure. All right. So I gave you Islam.
Yes.
War.
Badr?
No.
Like the Battle of Badr?
No.
Okay. Islam war. All right. Next circle.
Did you just say your word? I didn't hear you.
I just said my word out loud. Square.
Circle.
Yeah. Okay, that one doesn't count.
Okay.
My fault. I was trying to say next word, and
That's
I
how
just
he
read
wins,
it.
people. I'm just telling you. He blurts it out, and he says, "Oh, my bad."
Ah, man. Astaghfirullah. May Allah forgive me in this month of Ramadan.
Yeah, I mean.
All right. Your turn.
Okay. Calm.
Islam, war, calm. Who's calm at war, man?
Nobody's calm at war, but
What kind of warrior is that? I'm going to fight you, man. Just take it easy there. Just lay your sword down.
I'll see it if you get some opposites there.
Okay, all right, that's a clue. Islam, war. Those were the first two clues. Islam and war. Islam and war. Islam and war. Calm. Fitna.
No. Salam.
Peace.
Peace.
That's the word?
Wasn't trying to make it that easy for you, but
You can't use the Arabic word, though.
I'm just telling you.
But since I gave you one, hey, he's catching up. No worries, no worries. Peace. Islam, war. Oh, Islam, peace.
Islam is
But
peace.
why go to war after
I
Islam?
just figured I'd say Islam and, war, peace. The opposite.
All right. All right, here we go. Third word. Document.
Will?
Nope. That would be a good guess, yeah.
All right. Floor.
This is your second word, right?
This is my second word.
Floor. Ground.
No.
Okay. So document. Document. Typing.
Computer?
Okay. No.
So I gave you floor.
Yeah. Don't go to war.
I'm not
Please
going to
don't go
war. Tile?
Floor, tile. Ceramic?
No.
It's the cheaper one, I know. Right? Document, typing, size.
Letter?
Okay, all right, we're getting there. We're getting there.
All right, so since you went to ceramic, not ceramic, but cloth. Floor,
Floor, carpet.
carpet. There
All
you
right,
go.
all
Nice.
right.
We're 2
Okay,
for 2, huh?
it's 2 for 2. Tie game. Document, typing, and then what did I say? Size?
Size.
Words.
Document, typing, size, words. Letter?
You said letter last time.
I said letter last
Yeah.
time. I thought I did. I already said will. Document typing. It's not email because it's got a size with it. Picture?
Some people send long emails, my brother. But no, not picture. Okay. I got to think outside the box on this one. Outside the box. Oh, ho, ho. All right, your turn.
All right. Water bottle.
Is that one word?
Oh, I'm supposed to give you one word?
It might be one word. I don't know. It sounds like
It's
two.
hyphenated.
Okay, it's done. You said it. Water bottle. This is your way of catching up, right? See, this is how he wins, ladies and gentlemen.
It's
He
a
be
nice-
using 2 words, trying to make it sound like one.
It's a nice shirt, I'm telling you.
Okay. That's right. He really wants this shirt. 100%.
I'm going to change out of that to go to work.
MashaAllah. All right. Now, you look nice, man. It's nice. All right. No, I'm on your word. Water bottle. This is a brand new word.
Yeah.
Container.
No.
Okay. Man. What did I say? Document.
Document, letter, size.
Letter, size, typing.
Typing.
Variable. I don't know if I'm helping you.
Document, letters. A printer?
No. Producers, this is a good word. Thank you. Thank you.
He told us they were simple, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I gave you water bottle, which was one word, hyphenated.
Yes, thank you.
Aluminum?
So this is maybe a type of water bottle that's harder, like a thermos.
No.
Did I say size already?
You did.
Okay. Words.
Postcard? I'm trying, man.
Are you really, Sajjad?
I'm trying. You said variable. I don't know, people. All right, so water bottle, aluminum, let's say clear.
Water bottle, aluminum, clear. Aluminum, clear. Those two don't go together. That's like some Wakanda stuff.
That is Wakanda stuff.
Forever. Water bottle, aluminum, clear. This game. Who came up with this one? Why did I come up with this game?
We should have stuck with one word.
It's 2 words?
No, I'm saying we should have stuck with one word in the game.
Your first clue was water bottle. That's normally like the strongest clue. Water bottle. Something that you, but it's aluminum clear. Sprite?
No.
I guess you would have said soda or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, I'm still stuck on this word, so size, document, letter, typing, variable. Okay, so I know. Okay, come on, Joshua. This is kind of one word. Times Roman.
Font.
Yeah!
Why did you say Times Roman first?
I don't know. What's another name of a font?
Arial.
Calibri. Somebody's really working today, yes.
All right, so aluminum kind of threw you off.
Hey, I was trying to give you a chance to catch up, so you caught up now.
So aluminum threw you off, so I'm going to bring you back. So we got water bottle, aluminum, clear.
Clear, yeah.
What was I had a word, and then with the fonts, I forgot it. Let's see. Aluminum, water. What are we going to do? We already said clear. Recycled.
Okay. Plastic.
Hey,
there you go. That's a good clue.
I'm giving you opposites sometimes, man. That's why aluminum.
All right. What was clear? Why would you say clear for recycled?
Water bottles are clear.
But the word is plastic.
I know, but they're clear plastic. You gave me variable, man. Come on.
You got different font sizes. You can change it. Yeah, that's what was in my mind. All right, here we go. Next word. The universe. I'm sorry, universe.
Stars.
Okay. Why are y'all laughing? I see you laughing back there. I see you smiling, okay? And it is not funny.
There's people in the studio room, I tell you. They're mocking us. All right, my word. Itinerary.
Schedule.
Yeah,
very good.
We're getting there.
So you have how many words left?
I got one left.
Okay, you're in the lead. So I gave you universe. What is that thing? Galaxy.
My next guess was going to be galaxy, by the way. Oh man, Milky Way.
I don't even know how to do this. This is like no, it's not Milky Way. I'm gonna go a different direction.
All right. So I have to give you one word, right?
Yes. Not water bottle.
Not water bottle. Alhamdulillah.
That's like 3 words, right?
It's one word. No.
Well, you just gave me 4 words, man. Okay, so what was the first clue?
That was it.
That was the first clue for your last word. Yeah. Allahu Akbar.
That was going to be my next clue.
That's like more than one word anyway. Okay. Alhamdulillah. Can I use one word? Alhamdulillah.
I write it without spaces in it.
Right. All right. Busy.
Galaxy, universe, busy. Galaxy, universe, busy. Maybe somebody can hold up a sign behind the camera or something. Oh, God. Galaxy, universe, busy.
I know half the studio audience is just like, you idiot. Why would you use those words to get them to say that? I don't know. You saw how long I was stuck on font.
Skies?
No.
Okay, so.
Alhamdulillah, Allahu Akbar.
Tasbih.
Dhikr?
Ah. That's all 5 people.
Oh, man.
Taking down the champ.
And the game is over.
The game is over.
My word was movement. What was I supposed to say? Bow? I don't know, man. It's stuff
You
for
went
the
with
mind.
Galaxy and Universe?
What would you say for movement?
I don't know. Running?
Running, yeah, that's much
Jumping?
much better than Galaxy, yeah.
Much better than Galaxy.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Sajjad once again is a winner who has beaten me, even though my name is on the screen.
His name
So,
is on the screen.
Thank you for coming into the studio, man.
All right, man. I
For
appreciate
those
this.
who don't remember, his yep, that's right. His Hajj program that he does is thefifthpillar.com. Please go there, visit it, sign up if Allah has blessed you with the resources to go, or make dua this Ramadan that Allah bless you and invite you to Hajj so that you can go and consider this organization. May Allah bless you. We'll see you next time on Think About It.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Thanks.
Thanks, man.
This Deen TV video was made possible in part by Penny Appeal USA, Small Change, Big Difference, and by Recycle Processes Incorporated.